Okay, on this video for my middle schoolers, we are going to learn how to draw cones. In the first video, we learned how to take a circle, sketchy circle, sorry, my light wasn't on, sketchy circle, flatten it until it becomes an ellipse, flatten a little more, and we learned that ellipses are even when you bisect them or divide them with a line. Okay, so that was our cylinders. Now, we also need our ellipses when it comes to drawing cones, which is going to be the next form we're going to draw. So it's a little different though. When we started the cylinder, we used an ellipse at the top of the cylinder and we just added some lines to make the cylinder. Well, with a cone, the ellipse is actually at the bottom. Okay, if you can imagine what a cone would look like. In this case, think of an upside down ice cream cone. Okay. So I start with my ellipse like that. All right. That's a little uneven. Let me fix that a little bit. Okay, that looks better. Now, one of the mistakes a lot of my students make is they just start drawing random lines towards the top of the cone. Something that can happen with that is that you get something that, oops, I'm way up too far, sorry. You get something that kind of looks like that. It's uneven or it's flat. And so what you have to do is you have to have a guideline, okay? So what I do is I go to the center here. Now, if you want to, I find this helps some people, is you draw the line there and then you go to the center and the vertical line that you're going to sketch upwards, just like that, okay? That is at a right angle to your ellipse. So if that's your ellipse and you look right here with your line, okay, you can see those are at a right angle because that's the way cones are. The center line or the center guideline is at a right angle to your ellipse, okay? If you don't get that perfect the first time, do not worry. Okay, the more you do it, the better you will get. The more practice, the easier it will be. So I'm going to decide how tall I want my cone. I'm going to make a little mark right there. All right, now is when I put in these lines that go up to the top. All right, now, a couple mistakes that my students make. They will do this. Okay, and they will curve it. Well, if you do that and you put in the other side, it's going to look like the top to an Elmer's glue bottle, and that's not what you want. You want your lines to be straight. They're diagonal, but the line itself is straight. There's no curve to it. So, again, take some practice. Look, that's even a little curved. Let me fix that up. One thing I want to stress here, it is okay to make mistakes. You will see them in all my videos and I will acknowledge them and I will fix them to make them right. Okay, it's like anything else. You make your mistakes, you fix them, you practice. All right, so there's my line. You can see it's straight. There's no curve to it, even though it is diagonal. Now, I also want to repeat that line here, going from the top to the base, or I can go from the base to the top. And again, I apologize for the shakiness. The table that I'm using is not as sturdy as I would like. I'll do some of my other videos from a different table. Okay, so here's the situation. Like the cylinder video where I told you, you know this ellipse is here, but if this cylinder, let's say it's just sitting on a table or a surface, you're not going to see this back edge. You do know it's there though. So you're going to want to go ahead and you're going to want to erase this part right here. Get rid of all of that. And what you will have, you can also erase your guideline. Let's get rid of this right there. And you can go ahead and darken your lines if you want. Just be careful not to make too dark of an outline or it will end up looking like a coloring book. So there we have your cone that's standing up. Started with your ellipse, just a quick review, and you used your line, your vertical line at a right angle to find the top, and then 2 diagonal lines on there.